DJ Pro versus DJ 2. Let's compare the new version to a classic version. Let's get started. Thinking about how much I miss the old school DJ 2 app. This is the app that I started DJing with. I wasn't the kind of DJ that's been DJing for years using Serato, using vinyl, and then got into DJing with the iPad with DJ Pro. I only had an iPad, I only had my phone, and I downloaded the DJ Pro DJ 2 app, and that's what got me into DJing, and I've been DJing ever since for about 7 or 8 years. And this app is very meaningful to me, and especially when they integrated with Spotify and you didn't have to download files or music, I really started DJing every single day and was obsessed with it. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the things I miss about the old version and some of the things that I'm happy that they improved. And first, I want to show you guys how to download DJ2 from the App Store. So let's just go over to the App Store. So what you do is you go over here to your account, and then you hit purchased, and then up here you could type in DJ, and it'll show you the DJ apps that you have previously downloaded, and it'll let you re-download the app even if it is old. So I downloaded it, and now I'm going to press open. So this is DJ2. So I'm going to show you guys the differences. When you start the app, it's going to look like this. Well, no, it's not going to look like this because I have a skin on. I'll get back to that in a little bit. But this is what the app looks like. So you start DJ2. This is what you get. It is very similar to the classic version of DJ Pro. So this is the classic version of DJ Pro in classic mode. And now if we go over here to DJ2, it's similar, a little bit different, and this is what comes to my mind when I think about learning the DJ. It was you had these two records, and that was the only screen that you had. In DJ Pro AI, you could go into Pro mode, which is a much more Serato-like or tractor-like view, and you have more control, more things you could do. You could see your playlist more, and it gives you the option, if you don't want to use classic mode, you could use Pro mode, and classic mode is still there. Also, there was in DJ Pro AI, you have a looper section, you have auto mix, and then you have one deck, and then you have four deck, and of course you have video. So that's what you have in DJ Pro. Back to DJ2, you have one mode. So you load a track over here, and they don't have tractor Tidal was not integrated with DJ2. It was only Spotify. So you can't I can't load up music because I only have tractor, but I have music preloaded on my iPad. So you load up a track like that. They also, if you hold in the music select button, they have the scratch tool. This is the same scratch tool that they have in DJ Pro. So the scratch, you could... The crossfader is the same. If you finger in the middle, this is one of the best features because you could scratch and have the crossfader snap back. So this was a classic feature. And then the record is like a real record with this button here. You could turn it on, you could turn it off, and it spins with gravity. It was the best virtual turntables for the iPad, and they just built upon that with the newer versions. You have access to your tempo slider here. You could click it, you could half, you could tap. And now the only other screen you could have if you want to see your waveforms was if you press this middle button. Now it's waveform only. So it's these big waveforms, and this is the screen that I used when I was DJing most of the time. The one with the records is really, I only used that if I was scratching. So this is the screen that I used, and you get a very big, nice view of the waveforms, and there is no other modes. So you can't press the middle button and get to any other, like Pro mode, looper mode. If you wanted to access the looper, you could press right here, and then you got the sampler. Some of these samples I mixed. The push down. a little bit different of an air horn. Let's see what else. These are the essentials. Sound effects. I used to love that. I used to start my... I really wish they had these. They still had these samples, because I would start my set like this. So it sounded like a missile was launched, and then it would impact. Also, if I messed up, if the music cut out or something like that, I would bring it back with one of these. Boom. Great effect. Great sample. I really wish they still had that. They got the dubstep. That one was cool. You can make like dubstep. And then they had the DJ Bird. I used to play the bongos a lot. The bell was cool. And this was cool if you wanted to make your own beats. And there was no way to do what you could do in DJ Pro, which is have them be recorded. So you couldn't do that in DJ 2, but I still think they had much cooler samples. So they had Snoop Doggy Dogg, which was really cool. Snoop Doggy Dogg. I used to always throw those in if I was playing a Snoop Dogg track. And then this one. That one was really cool. If I remember, I was DJing at a barbecue. It was a company barbecue for when I worked for Red Bull. And then someone asked me, do you want mustard on your hot dog? And I said, no. I mean, they asked me, do you want mustard on your hot dog? And I said, and then they asked me, how many hot dogs do you want? It was really cool. You could do a countdown. 1, 2. 1, 2, gentlemen. You got the belt. The classic West Coast sound. Really cool. It was awesome that Snoop Dogg was integrated with the app. Now we have Milk and Sugar. This one is the one I use too. If somebody asked me a question, if they asked, like, do you want any food? I used to always use that one. It was really cool. And then we got GE drop signs. This was to play before drops, I think. That's why they made it. It was like really industrial sounds. And then they got the red pack. They were integrated with Red, which is like a cancer support, and they donated, I believe. So it was really cool that they did that. So those are our samples. That is one of the things I missed. But you weren't able to see the waveforms while you were using the samples, so it was a little bit confusing, and that's the way it was. Now, another thing that I want to show you guys that was really cool is if you go over here, skins. They had different skins. If you're a cross DJ user or if you use eDJ, they have skins too. I really wish they brought this back with DJ Pro because it was just so cool to change the skin. So they had the red one, which made it red, and then the gold one. This one was sick. This was the one I always kept it on, and it was gold, and it just looked really cool. And then next in the settings, DJ 3 is now available. Is that DJ Pro or DJ Pro AI? I'll check that. I'm going to make videos on all the legacy ones because I think that was cool to see where it came from. So down here, and yes, you were able to use controllers with it. It worked great. If you wanted to record, this was the record button, not the menu button. And if you, another setting is they had FX Store. I just want to show you guys the mixer. So if you're wondering how you changed the bass, how you added effects, there was no way to put it down here like in DJ Pro AI. Even if you're in classic mode, you could get like a mixer in the middle with EQs. So you could have the classic view with the jog wheels or records, and then you could have a full 3-band EQ with a filter and volume sliders. So you have everything you need there without switching screens, which is like really amazing. But with DJ 2, you couldn't do that. You'd have to open this. So it would block half of the thing, half of the record, and then you got, over here is your mixer. Lows, mids, highs. There was no Neuro mix, so it was just a traditional mixer. And then a filter over here. As DJing progressed, and the new trend is everybody uses the filter a lot, so the filter was kind of like an afterthought here, but in the new version, it's right there so you could use it. FX, they had this cool FX pad, which they still have. You could do instant and then manual. So we have echo, we have our essentials, echo, we have resonate, we got modulate, we got warp, time travel, juggle. So DJ Pro AI still has all or most of these effects, but a whole bunch more. Let's just take a look. We go over here to FX. Look how many more effects there were. All right, so now we're going to go back. So these are our effects. They worked fine. Looper, you could do a bounce. You could do an auto loop, 4 beats. You could set it in and out. Or you could do the pad, which adds a high pass and a low pass filter. And then cue points. You only had 3 cue points. Now you got 8. So it was limited in some ways, but still was one of the best apps there was. And this is where I learned the DJ. This brings back a lot of memories to me. And then the volume faders were kind of weird. They were up here. And then the tempo slider was here. And of course, there's a sync button. So let me know in the comments what you miss about DJ2 if you guys were DJ2 users. And also, if you want to learn more about DJ Pro and DJing with the iPad, subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Thank you.